Hey HMS incoming sixth graders, as promised, here is your video today about some frequently asked questions, things you may need to know about HMS. First of all, who are we? At HMS, you have an incredibly caring and talented staff of teachers, counselors, administrators, secretaries, support team, you name it, paraeducators. We've got amazing, caring, and talented staff for you, and we have excellent students. You are going to be excellent students at HMS. Our mission is that we are a community of learners working together to reach our fullest potential. So what does a day at HMS look like?
I'll take Isabella. Miles. Come on, Shaq. What are you doing?
That's my move. Isabella, can I have a piece?
Sorry, Shaq. I don't have enough. Sweet, I'm Romeo. Yes, I'm Juliet.
Tree number 3.
All right, no, a day at HMS looks nothing like that unless you're 7'4" and an NBA basketball player. Here's your typical schedule. You can arrive anytime between 7 and 7:40, get breakfast, hang out inside or outside. Then at 7:45, your first period will start. That'll be a short period of 45 minutes where you have either an enrichment or an elective. Then you'll have a B period, another 45 minutes with another enrichment or elective. Then you'll go to your first full 90-minute class, second period. You may have math, ELA, or science social studies at that point. Then third period, another 90-minute class of, again, math, ELA, or science social studies, whichever ones you haven't had yet. And then lunch, 12:15 and 12:45, where you can eat, you can go outside. And then you'll have a 90-minute fourth period class after lunch. Again, whichever one of those math, ELA, science, social studies classes you haven't had yet. Here's some things sixth graders need to know. First of all, don't worry about getting lost. Harrison is big. You'll be confused at first. People are very helpful. Web leaders will be around on the first day of school to help you get to where you need to go. Teachers are really helpful. Just if you need help, ask. Also, some tips for getting to class on time. It's always good to have a plan for what you need for your next class. Make a quick stop to your locker. Don't get caught up socializing between classes. If you need to use the restroom, use it quickly. But those are some tips that have come from students in the past about how to not get lost and how to get to class on time. Classroom rules. Every teacher has similar classroom rules, but they may be a little different in each class. So it's really important on those first few days of school that you listen very carefully, ask questions, find out what you need to know. Lockers. You will get a locker. You'll get help on how to use that locker. There are all lockers right there in the sixth grade hallway that you'll have access to. And you will need to bring your own lock for that on the first day of school. Advisory. We do have advisory at HMS. It's a class that meets once a week. You'll have the same teacher for advisory for the whole year and possibly for all 3 years. And that teacher will be, for next year, will be one of your teachers that you already know, will also be your advisory teacher. And in that class, we do team building things. We learn about careers and possible career paths and learning to think ahead to your future. But mostly it's about building relationships and keeping you on track to meet your goals. Lunch. At lunchtime, you come on into the cafeteria. You'll walk out of your class together, head down to the cafeteria. You get in line. There's a couple different lines. You get to pick what you want. There's several different options each day for lunch. They kind of rotate, so you'll have lots of choices there at lunchtime. Electives. Again, hopefully you've been filling out that form. A lot of you have. I think most of you have filled out the form choosing your electives. You will have 1 or 2 electives each day, depending on your schedule and your needs. And you'll be rotated through those each trimester, unless you have band or orchestra, which are all year long. Otherwise, you'll get to try out some of the other electives each trimester, one at a time. School spirit. We really like to work on our school spirit. So that means cheering loud at assemblies and getting involved. That means wearing spirit gear at school or school colors, especially when we do spirit weeks, which we'll do a few times during the year. Just really getting into that stuff. It's a lot of fun. Our staff and students love to get into the school spirit, and just being proud to be a Harrison Cub. I think Harrison is the best school in the world, and you're lucky to be able to go there, and we're lucky to have you and to work there. So show that school spirit and pride. Clubs and activities. As a sixth grader, you can't do sports. Those are for seventh and eighth graders. But we do have quite a few clubs and activities available for sixth graders, such as Science Club, TSA, robotics. We have Wii Club. We have, this year we've had a dungeon boxing club that I would hope would continue next year. Lots of different things for you to get involved in. And then as seventh and eighth graders, you can also do sports. We have Cub time during lunchtime if you need extra help. That's study time in the library. We have tutoring after school pretty much every day of the week. Your teachers offer tutoring, and then we also have tutoring in the library. And then Saturday school a couple times a trimester. If you're struggling, you're behind, you want to get caught up, you can come in and do Saturday school. That's optional. Our mission, again, we talked about it, but that's that we're a community of learners working together to reach our fullest potential. HMS Expectations. We have a big three: respectful, responsible, and safe. Those are our big three expectations. You'll learn more about those when we come to school in the fall. And I've got a video for you about growth mindset.
If you operate in the world of sports or education, you've most likely heard of the term growth mindset. It's a concept that's sweeping the world and changing and improving the way that people learn. This powerful idea has been pushed forward by Stanford professor and best-selling author Carol Dweck.
For decades, I've been studying why some people succeed while people who are equally talented do not. And over the years, I've discovered that people's mindsets play a crucial role in this process.
These mindsets are really important when it comes to learning. Her work has uncovered two ways of thinking about skill and development. Some people have what's called a fixed mindset. They believe that skills and intelligence are set and you either have them or you don't. That some people are just naturally good at things while others are not. In short, they believe that you are not in control of your abilities. Other people have what's called a growth mindset, and they believe that skills and intelligence are grown and developed. So people who are good at something are good because they built that ability, and people who aren't are not good because they haven't done the work. In short, they believe that you are in control of your abilities. Really, the core idea here is people with a fixed mindset believe that skills are born. People with a growth mindset believe that skills are built. People with a fixed mindset believe that you can't or don't have to learn and grow. And people with a growth mindset do believe in their capacity to learn and grow. Dweck's work shows that mindsets have a major influence on people's ability to learn, and that people who utilize this growth mindset tend to learn, grow, and achieve more over time than people with a fixed. Growth mindset really creates a solid foundation for great learning. And because of its power, companies, sports teams, and schools from all over the world are implementing this into their culture.
All right. It's a great video. I love that video. I think it just speaks to what we really believe about growth mindset. So breaking it down, people with a growth mindset, they really believe about themselves that they can learn. They believe they can get smarter. That's what it really boils down to. So it's about embracing challenges. If something is hard for you, you say, this is good for me because it's going to make me stronger. It's going to make me better. It's going to make me smarter. Persisting in the face of setbacks or obstacles. When things are hard, we keep going. We don't give up. Persisting means to keep going. Seeing effort as the path to mastery. That means when I see something is hard for me, that in my mind, I think, because this takes me some effort, that means that's how I will get better at it. And that effort is what it takes to be a master at something or an expert at something. Learning from criticism. That means when your teachers, your classmates, a coach, if you're playing sports, tells you a better way to do something or something that you're making a mistake on, you learn from that. And then finally, finding lessons and inspiration in the success of others. When you see someone doing well in life, in school, in their career, in sports, we can look at that and say, that inspires me that I can do that, or I can do better because of what they're able to do. That's growth mindset in action. So how do you do that at HMS? There's a few key ways. Ask for help. When you're struggling, reach out, find somebody, ask for help. We're all there to help. Second, go to those extra times that you can get extra help. Cub time, tutoring, Saturday school. And then finally, just keep trying. Never give up. We're never going to give up on you, but we need you to never give up on yourself. And then finally, here are my expectations for you as HMS Cubs. First, treat people the way you want to be treated. The golden rule. That's really important. Second, work hard. Work hard because the path to getting smarter and learning and being ready for a really solid, excellent future is hard work. Number 3, have fun. We should be having fun. When we're together at school, we should be able to have fun together as well. That's a big important part of making us want to be there. And I really believe too that when you're having fun, you learn better than if you're not having fun. Number 4, get involved. Find a way to get involved at school. Join a club or an activity. When you're a 7th or 8th grader, get involved, try some sports out. But just find some ways to get involved at school that makes you feel more connected, feel more part of our school. And then number 5, last, be a leader. You can all be leaders. You all have the ability to influence those people that are closest to you, your friends, your circle of people that are your buddies, your crew, your squad. You can be a leader in your own group. You don't have to be a school-wide leader if that's not your place or if that's not what you're comfortable with. But I would also encourage you to think about that for yourself. Think about being in leadership in our school. And I'm going to end with this video here.
Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside, and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever. Y'all spoiled. Y'all spoiled. Some of y'all spoiled. Just bottom line. Your parents have done everything for you. You never had to do nothing for yourself. You're spoiled. We're going to keep it real tonight. Some of you are spoiled brats. Every time you ever got in trouble, somebody in your house got you out of it. Every time you've done something you're not supposed to do, people say, Eric, your mother's a tyrant. You're right. She kicked me out. You're right. She's mean, but she developed a man because she put me out there and said, you're going to have to grow up. And some of you have never learned to grow up. And so every time something get hard, you quit, you call mama. I dare you to take a little pain. I dare you. I dare you not to go home. Somebody said, I don't go home, I feel bad. Go through it. You ain't gonna die. At the end of pain is success. You're not gonna die because you're feeling a little pain. I'm not eating like I eat at home. That's why you're about to go to the next level. Because if you keep eating like you ate at home, you'll keep being a boy or a girl. It's time to become man, woman. Here's what I want you to repeat after me, please, with power and conviction. Say, it's possible.
Possible.
That's all I want you to do when you look at your dream. Just say to yourself every day, it's possible. Just say that every day to yourself, it's possible. Because what does that do? See, it begins to change your belief system. See, the way in which we operate, ladies and gentlemen, it's a manifestation of what we believe, what's possible for us. Whatever you've done up to this point, all that it really is a duplication, it's a reproduction of what you believe subconsciously that you deserve and what's possible for your life. Most people operate out of their personal history, out of their memory, things they've done, things they've experienced, things they've seen, things that they have observed. But I'm suggesting that you operate out of a larger vision of yourself. I want you to see yourself doing what you want to do, experiencing what you want to experience, having what you want to have, doing what it is that gives your life some meaning and value.
That's awesome.
I'm exactly where I want to be because I realized I gotta commit my very being to this thing. I gotta breathe it, I gotta eat it, I gotta sleep it. And until you get there, you'll never be successful in life. And once you get there, I guarantee you, the world is yours. So work hard to have whatever it is you want.
All right, hopefully that video got you fired up. I know it gets me fired up. So last thing I just want to say, you're now part of the HMS family. You are Harrison Cubs. I can't wait to meet you and get to know you. And whether we're face-to-face or online in the fall, I'm going to be here to support you. Our incredible support team is all going to be here to support you. Our amazing teachers are going to be there for you. And I just want you to know either way, we're excited to have you part of our family. And now that you're part of our family, you will always be a Harrison Cub. All right, go be awesome.